Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Sundial. Talked about it a couple days ago. Last week, looks like on the 28th, and I believe it was below $1 then, and hasn't been above $1 for quite a while, but maybe June will be the month to keep it up above $1. So back here on the 27th, could have bought some more at 83 cents. I'm kind of maxed out in this account. All the shares that I want. I have a couple hundred more in a retirement account, so I didn't buy any more. Should have now, but I wasn't expecting it to run up here. But looks like it hit $1.08 yesterday, right after opening, and then it's stayed above $1 ever since. So testing that dollar area again. But anyway, this is Sundial, ticker SNDL. I've talked about it numerous times here on the channel. It's a MJ play. If you don't know what it is, 300 million shares. This one's got a huge amount of volume. I've seen it up to $1 billion at times. Market cap of 1.7 billion, and not too bad of ratings. I think they're getting better, but I think the last time it was more so on a hold. I would have to look back on my other video, but ratings could actually get better, so it's probably what I should have said. But some of the other MJ plays out there kind of got the same ratings. Very few are in the buy rating, but take it for what it's worth. Ratings coming up expected April 10th after hours. And here's the last time I bought some on 420. It was down to the 85-cent range and 84-cent range, and so I bought some more back there. Over here on MSN Money, currently showing it as a hold. A little bit different information here. 1.95 billion it shows here. Shares outstanding 1.86 billion. And over here on bar chart, started using it about a week or two ago. Subscriber pointed this out. There is a lot of great information here. Previous close at $1, so the key is to maintain that dollar and above. We'll see what they do. Volume of 91 million, average volume of 231 million. So I expect if this goes up or down, this to increase, as it always does. Market cap here of 1.6 million, and shares outstanding. And I found some articles that came out here in the last day or two. This one, and we've heard this all before, run, don't walk away from shares of Sundial. The Canadian MJ producer reached a milestone recently by generating positive earnings from operations for the first time in the fiscal first quarter. This has allowed the stock to gain a triple digits year to date. However, the company's growth prospects look bleak, making its current valuation unsustainable. And let's take a closer look. So it's a Canadian adult MJ producer and supplier. The company achieved a milestone on May 11th as it reported positive earnings from operations for the first time. The most recent quarter ended March 31, 2020. Its earnings from operations came in at 1.7 million, or that's actually Canadian, or 1.41 million US, indicating a substantial improvement from the negative year ago today. Adjusted EBITDA stood at 3.3 million Canadian, or 2.7 million US, compared to a loss of 5.6 million or 4.64 million US in the prior year quarter. This has attributed to a substantial decline in operating. As a result, the stock gained 104, we'll just call it 105% year to date, making it one of the top performers in the MJ market. Shares of Sundial gained 10.2 over the past year and 160.8% over the past 6 months. Here's what could shape Sundial's performance in the upcoming months. Acquisition synergies, which we've talked about numerous times here on the channel. Sundial has been expanding its business operations through acquisitions and joint venture partnerships for quite some time. On May 5th, the company signed an agreement to acquire Inner Spirit Holdings Limited for $131 million. Canada-based Inner Spirit Leaf Retail MJ brand should allow Sundial to expand its product portfolio substantially. As part of Sundial's goal to restructure its business operations to ensure maximum growth opportunities, Sundial acquired more than 10% of the outstanding shares of the Valence Company for $1.97 million on May 4th. Earlier in April, Sundial committed $188 million toward its joint venture Sunstream Bancorp. And so they've always had some acquisitions going on. They've been raising cash, so we'll see what they look like by the end of the year. I'm just continuing to hold my shares. If I see it dip back down to the 80 cent, now that I know it climbs back up to $1, I'm gonna pick up some shares. I should have picked up some more, but didn't. I'm kind of maxed out on Sundial until they kind of get some things going. That's just kind of how I look at it, but because you read all kinds of different things about them, as it talks about the poor financials and so on. That's I've covered on the channel here numerous times with Sundial. So I'm just going to slowly scroll through, and you can read those for yourself. Again, this is on Stock News. So Sundial is currently trading at 40.08 times its forward sales estimates, which is 393% higher than the industry average. So we'll see what they end up doing here throughout the rest of the year. Maybe they will go ahead and take off this summer. So Sundial growers or Indiva, which is a better buy, or maybe it's Indiva. Either or. At the beginning of May, Sundial wasn't the best MJ stock to buy based in Alberta. Rather than buy Sundial stock, I suggested High Tide, which I've talked about on the channel here quite a few times. As a piece of news, I overlooked the May commentary could change my perception on Sundial. And I have not looked at this one yet. Sundial bought 25 million Indiva shares at 44 cents Canadian for 11 million Canadian investment in that deal. At the same time, it lent Indiva 11 million Canadian at 9% interest. The loan matures on February 23rd of 2024. For Sundial, it gets 18.45% of Indiva and almost 1 million in annual interest payments. For Indiva, its expansion capital to grow its strong line of edibles, pre-rolls, flour, and capsules. It's a win-win. This, along with the May 5th news, Sundial would buy Inner Spirit Holdings for 131 or 108.5 million in US in cash and stock, but has wondering if Sundial isn't a good buy after all. While I am sold on Indiva's edibles, I could have my cake and eat it too by buying Sundial stock, which would give me an indirect piece of an Indiva. And so I might have to do another video and kind of do a deeper dive into Indiva. And feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. Why Sundial growers stock is building higher today, and again this is dated yesterday. So shares of the Alberta-based licensed MJ producer Sundial seem poised for a strong start to the week. The MJ magnets shares rose by as much as 14% on heavy volume in pre-market trading Tuesday morning. Started around the middle of last week. Sundial shares, along with those of other publicly traded MJ stocks, began heading higher in a hurry. Sundial stock has far gained a whopping 28% just the last 5 trading sessions. Investors have been piling into MJ stocks of late in response to the industry's ongoing wave of mergers and acquisitions. And this is the way I feel sometimes with the stock, and just the opposite on about other times. So I'm sure if you're in Sundial, everybody feels the same. But this one has been up and down and tests your patience for sure. And not much else left in there, so move on to the next article here. Sundial grower stock breaks out, and this is dated yesterday, so kind of some of the same information for almost a month. The stock traded in a range between 70 cents and 80 cents, so definitely missed the 70 cent, but I did get some at 85 cents. Like I said, should have bought more, but didn't. Went over this here on one of my last videos. The support was 70 and trying to break through the 80 cent and back up to $1. So see if we can keep it at $1 or above. That's the goal with Sundial now. Well, Sundial growers wheeling and dealing pay off. This is just dated here today, a couple hours ago. Owes a lot to retail investors, if not for the stock's sudden and expected surge in value earlier this year. The company would not have been able to take advantage of its inflated share price when it decided to undergo not one but 2 offerings shortly afterward. Management's quick actions could pay off for the business in the long haul. The company has been busy. The way that Sundial has been wheeling and dealing over the past few months, investors might think it's Black Friday on the markets. Here are the deals the company has announced since February, and there's quite a few of them. It made a strategic investment of 22 million Canadian dollars in Daiva. That's what we just went over. It created a joint venture with Sunstream Bancorp with SAF Group. The venture which is split 50-50 between 2 entities, will look at potential investment opportunities in the MJ industry. It acquires shares of Valens for just under 2 million Canadian, together with its previous purchases. And its most recent acquisition on May 5th, when Sundial announced it would acquire all of the shares of MJ retailer Innerspirit. Over here to Reddit. So this is talking again about pump and dump. Sundial has a great potential as a stock, which they do have a great potential, but they just haven't really fulfilled that at a lot of the times. But they went up at one point and then back down. So, and I haven't talked about this one. I do own some India Global. That ran up at one point in time a while back as well. Sector is turning around, so maybe it will turn around for the summer. So if it is, now would be right there as you see it, buy now. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating an opinion. As you can see, it used to be within the last month 70 to 80 cents, and now it's back up above $1. So we will see what happens with this one. Over here to tip ranks. Currently at $1.04, $1.05, and this is showing a moderate sell with an 85 cent analyst price target. If you have a Sundial, go ahead and leave that in the comments. I know a lot of people hold this one. Anytime I do a Sundial video, I get quite a few views on this one. It's more of the popular stock, and I'll probably be looking at a couple more MJ stocks today, so we'll just consider it since it's Wednesday, Weed Wednesday here. So, but that's it for Sundial. If you have this one, like I said, go ahead and list it in the comments. Smash that like button if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. And I thank you for watching. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.